Hi guys. Okay, finally, really good lighting. So I know the cover is like a lot to take in, but I finished reading this probably like a week ago now. It took me a long time to finish reading this book because first of all, it's pretty big. It's like 500 pages, I think. And also I was like doing so much, like there was so much going on. Like there was just so much going on. Okay, so I honestly did not have any high hopes for this book. I don't like saying bad things, but like I really didn't like her other book. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is. I think you already know which one it is. I think I might have said so in a video before. But it was a book that I read this year from her. So if you want to do your investigating, you can do it all you want on my YouTube. But it's another book that she wrote. I did not like it. I like DNF'd it like halfway through. And so I didn't have any, what is that? So I didn't really have any high expectations for this one. But this one was actually really, really good. It was actually really, really good. And it didn't really read like a fanfic too much, but like what I mean by that is like do you know how there's like a trend of like so many new authors and a lot of them sound very like, not to be mean, but a lot of their books are very like entry level, and that's what I mean when I say like fanficky. Like it's very like, oh, it's like your first, and I'm trying not to be mean, but it's like it feels like it's like your very first time writing, which that's not like, obviously everyone's gonna have not the best first book probably, right? But what I mean is that if you edit your book very well, it can come across very, very professional. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with these entry-level type of books, they're not edited very well, meaning like they're very cheesy or they're very like, I don't know, it's just not sophisticated. It's not like at a level where it's like very like, you know, like at a professional high grade level of a novel. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Not that it's based off of like another story, like a true fanfic, but I mean like entry level type of writing. Okay. Anyways, I'm reviewing For the Fans by Nyla K. I got the special edition. It was the very last one that they had at the Barnes & Noble that I chose to get this at. Everything we do is For the Fans. And then this is the spine. The normal version, the normal edition looks very small. Like the page like this. It looks like it's like this big, but it's still the same number of pages. It's just like the pages, the way the pages are, the type of pages that are used to publish a book and the type of like binding, I guess, that goes into it make the book look different types of like thickness. Like this is the new edition and the regular like self-published edition was like felt like this big. Does that make sense? It's the same number of pages, but it's just like the type of page is different, like the material. So that's what makes it look bigger. But it's 500 pages either way. It's like 498. I really, as weird as the premise could be for a lot of people, I really enjoyed the story. This is a coming of age story about a football player named Kyron. He's the second, I guess you would say, second main character. And Kyron Harbor, and then his not actual stepbrother, but his like in high school his parents got together, and so now he has a stepbrother called Ari Vega. And so they're not really like actually stepbrothers. They're not related at all. So that's why I felt like it was manageable for me to read this. But as you can tell from the cover, yes, they end up having to do OnlyFans stuff due to, a spoiler alert, due to their Kyron's father's business completely going downhill. And so they have to the mom has to sell stuff. The mom is Ari Vega's mom, and then the dad is Kyron Harbour's dad. So that's who the parents are that we're talking about here. And so the mom has to go back to the dealership and start working full time. This takes place from high school. You get glimpses of it, how much they hate each other, to college. And then in college is where they start doing this stuff. And it's just a, what do you call it? Unconventional love story. And it shows how hard it is for a lot of men out there that are hiding in their identity of being straight. So spoiler alert, but Kyron actually, the football star, the superstar, which is what Ari calls him, literally ends up being fully gay. And all the girls that he's been with, it was literally just an act. Meanwhile, Ari Vega, which is the one that I thought was actually going to end up being gay, he's actually bisexual. He still really likes girls, but he just really likes Kyron a lot. This rivalry they have with each other, I know, excuse my pun, from the trending viral show on HBO, but this is literally that. But I think this did it better, honestly. I don't know. I thought Heated Rivalry was good, but I don't know if it was amazing. I felt like this was a step up from Heated Rivalry. I know Heated Rivalry came out way before, but this one was good. It's a whole different concept, but this is good because they're not actually both playing in the field. Ari is just a artistic emo boy, and whereas Kyron is the football jock star superstar of the school, whatever. So yeah, they unconventionally fall in love with each other, literally fall in love with each other, and the rest is history. But it's really more about, honestly, look, I feel I would recommend this book to, I know the cover is very I literally had to hide the cover because it's already very you can clearly see it's two guys. That's not what I'm hiding. It's just, what I was hiding is just that it's a very erotic book. So what I did is I would just carry it like this. I would just carry it like this. But even the font looks actual OnlyFans. I know it's not the same font, but it's just kind of makes you think of it in a way. Anyways, so that's that. That's how I was hiding it. No, but this is more of a book, honestly, for if you're struggling with identity, or if you feel because I've always thought this too, you guys. I've always thought, how many men are out there, honestly, women too, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is same sex. If, for example, I'm just going to say the guys, for example. Because this is literally what happened to Ari. Ari said he's not attracted to men, but he thinks he is, but I don't know, maybe he's not. He hasn't tried it with anyone else other than Kyron. Well, actually, he ends up trying it with someone else on top of Kyron. So I think he is for sure bisexual. But what I'm trying to say is, I can only imagine how many men are out there. For example, I'm just saying guys right now. There's women too. But how many men are out there that don't actually like guys? Don't actually have an attraction to men, but there are but maybe there's one man, or I don't know, 5 men that they've come across that they actually are very attracted to. Do you see what I mean? Does that still make them bisexual? I don't know. I don't really care, honestly, but I'm just saying if you're that type of person that's kind of going through that, then maybe this book will really help you, even though it's fictional. It doesn't matter. That maybe this book will actually really help you come to terms with feeling safe in that. Because I feel like a lot of you that are going through that or have questioning, this could probably give you a lot of like comfort and solace, knowing that it's very popular that yes, maybe you are straight. Like, I don't know, maybe you are only attracted to women, but for some reason there's this one man in your life or one guy in your life that you for some reason are very attracted to and you want to be romantic with them. That is so the reality for so many people. Like the same goes for girls. Maybe you're a girl, maybe there's a girl that you really like, but you don't like girls, and it's weird that you're having these feelings, but for some reason you are only attracted to this girl, and I think that's okay. Like, what does that mean? I don't know. But like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Like, you label yourself however you want, but I don't know. That one's like, it's making me wonder, like, does that mean that that person has to identify as bisexual just because they're attracted to one person of their same gender? Do you know what I mean? Like, to a lot of people, they're gonna be like, yeah, you do, like, technically, but like a lot of people would be like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? And like, who is keeping track and score of all this? You know what I mean? But yeah, so if you're going through that, this book I think would probably really help you. And then I also feel like if you have a lot of trauma or stuff like that revolving around like you not accepting yourself as like gay or like bisexual or whatever you want to identify as, I think this book will really help a lot. Kyron went through some pretty bad trauma. They mention it towards like the last 100 pages, I think. And then, yeah, so trigger warning. There's a lot of trigger warnings for here. But honestly, I thought it wasn't that crazy for all the trigger warnings that I had in the beginning. But I don't know. Everyone has a different threshold, obviously. I would definitely recommend this book. I don't give books ratings, like 5 stars and stuff like that. I don't know. It's not that I don't believe in it. It's just that I don't like doing it. So I just trust me when I say, if you want to read a book that has a lot of spice, like literally a lot of spice, but that's not the plot. The plot is not the spice. Like, I thought it was at the beginning, and I was like, oh my gosh, like really, like every chapter, it feels like that's the vibe. No. So there's actually a story to it, and it just happens to heavily revolve a lot around erotic stuff. It just flowed. It worked. It just worked. Like, the way the story was written, it worked, and I'm very appreciative, Nyla K, of your writing for this one. It was actually very good, and I don't know, I'm kind of glad I had the first experience of not liking her other book. Like, I didn't like it at all. I don't know. It was just like weird to me. And this one felt like a completely different writer, honestly, which I feel like is a good thing because it made me like the book. And then I want to show you guys how on this edition, which is why I like this edition as well so much. Yeah, I can show you this page. Is because the pages are not like super stark white like the self-published one. I hate when books are like stark white, like all the Dolores Cannon books. I wish they came with like beige pages. You know how I am. So this is how it looks in the inside. And yes, I'm gonna show you what the inside looks like so that people can see what it looks like. I'm trying to see if I okay, I think I can show you this part. I don't know. There's a lot of explicit content. So obviously this book is like, honestly, I'd say like 19 and up, even though I was reading books like this when I was in high school. Because of Wattpad. So that's how it looks. That's how the font is. That's the color of the page. Literally, you guys, I'm doing you a favor because the amount of people that don't do this and show you like how big the font is or like the color of the page. I wish someone would do it for me. Like, I wish someone would show me that. I'm going to now film, literally right here, right now, all the books that I read for 2025, and I already counted them, and it's actually 25, which is actually so crazy and so cool. Can't wait to get through that, and I already know I'm going to be reading so many books next year. I just, like, don't know. Like, I need to read Lord of the Rings for sure. Okay, we'll talk about that in the next video. But this is for the fans. Please tell me if you've read it before. Tell me if you want to read it in the comments. And just tell me your thoughts on this. I really recommend it. I can't believe this was the last book I read for the year. How fun. I really liked it. I really, really liked it, you guys. There's a huge fandom of this on TikTok and I think Twitter and Instagram. I saw some TikTok videos on it. So yeah, I totally ship Ari Vega and Kyron Harbor. And then, I don't know if I want to mention this, but I think I should. The author says, the guy, okay, just for a visual, I didn't know this until after reading the book, so I had someone completely different in my mind for Ari Vega. But if you want the exact person she had in mind for Ari Vega, she literally says it here, so it literally says it right here. My inspiration for obviously delicious morsel of a man named Alejo Pino, affectionately known as Hot Alex in our Discord. His OnlyFans is what inspired me to write Avi, and in turn, Kyron and Avi's story. You should totally check him out and swoon over his content with us. So if you want to do that, warning, explicit content, obviously. So do it to your own discretion, and only if you're like 18 and up. I'd say 19, honestly, or maybe even 21. So don't recommend anyone younger. That's my review for the fans, and I really liked it and appreciated it, that it was written. So hope you guys have a great day and Happy New Year. Stay tuned for my video coming up of all the books that I read this year.